Stan Gibilisco here from the increasingly black hills of South Dakota, meaning increasingly black and increasingly less white. Although on the northern slopes there's still some snow. And I believe come this weekend we may be due in for another storm that'll bring us considerable amounts of snow. We'll see. Gotta just take what comes around here in regards to the weather. I'd just like to make a little comment, though, about comments. A comment about comments. I usually disable comments on my videos, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one is that if you make a comment on a video, right in a video, if I have comments open and you make comments, it used to be that I'd get an email with your comment in it, so I knew that someone had commented on one of my videos, but now that doesn't happen anymore, and I don't know how to change the settings yet. So that constitutes a little bit of a problem, because people might think that I'm blowing them off, when really I just never get their message at all. And I guess the other reason that I disabled the comments was that particularly when I began to make videos that had to do anything with anything that could be considered controversial, even in the remotest way, I would get email or comments from people that were kind of abusive, or forgive me for saying this, but perverted, and I just didn't need that kind of stuff. But I think when it comes to technical matters, I may create a vlog playlist, a video log playlist, with all of the videos having comments open so people can engage in discussions with me about the topics. I'm thinking about it. But with over 1,300 and approaching 1,400 videos up on YouTube right now, that could turn into an awful lot of work. And so I have to think about that. But I'm hoping that you ham radio operators and shortwave listeners and hobby electronics people in particular are getting something out of these videos. And if you have any suggestions, and some of you have, and they've been good ones, go to my website, sciencewriter.net. There's a link there, and you can manually send me an email. I figure that if somebody goes to the trouble of manually sending me an email with a reasonable request in it for a new video, I'm always open, as I said before, to them. Because after all, the idea of my technical videos is to help people understand concepts in electronics. They're not to make me a movie star, even though with my spring hat on, these sunglasses, you gotta hand it to me, I look like I could be strolling right down, what's the name of that boulevard anyway, in West Hollywood? I don't even remember the name of it, and I lived there once. I gotta tell you, Los Angeles, after moving there from South Beach, Miami, struck me as a pretty doggone straight-laced conservative town. Go figure. But I'm a really straight-laced conservative guy, hey, by the way. I just went to South Beach, Miami to watch the animals in the... No, not really. To watch the show. It was fun. And I met some great people there, too. Maybe someday I'll do a video about that. There was a little magazine there called South Beach, and I wrote their environmental interest column called Earthwatch. And I had a blast. Today's Earth Day, by the way. And I remember going down to Isla Mirada for Earth Day and interviewing Jean-Michel Cousteau. And he was a fascinating guy, too. Had a lot of fun down there, have a lot of fun up here. But that's the deal with the comments on these videos and why I usually disable them. Because I don't want people to think I'm blowing them off. I'm just not getting their message in the emails anymore like I used to. One thing about YouTube, isn't it a buggy site? I mean, or is it just me? Is YouTube full of bugs? And it's like, if it's not a spider, then it's a cockroach. If it's not a cockroach, then it's an ant. If it's not an ant, then it's a Boxelder bug. If it's not a Boxelder bug, well, you know the drill. There's always something goofy going on. But you got to hand it to Google anyway. They got an awful big task on their hand, and I'm glad that YouTube is here. Stan Gibilisco, signing off from the Black Hills, possibly soon to be white once again. You know, winter doesn't go over here until the end of May. Till next time, so long.